On a scale of can to cannot, I just cannot.
Can't get me out your head, but baby, I'ma leave you on red.
Hello and welcome to I'm Tired. And I'm sorry I took such a long break. Can you forgive me? Life do be lifin', okay? And as you can see, I am no makeup, barefaced today because on a scale of can to cannot, I just cannot. We're moving. I know I keep saying that, but we moved out of our house into an Airbnb to find another house, and then the other house just wasn't feeling it. They were playing too many games, so then we had to go back into an Airbnb. Now we're back into another house, or we're in the process of moving to another house, and so it's just utter chaos, okay? I found a bag of broccoli on the floor, and I don't know how long it's been there. That's how chaotic my life is right now. Oh, I'm your host, Lilac. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all of my music. So we're just gonna jump right into this because I only have a limited number of days to have my computer before I gotta pack it up and move it to the new house. So I'm gonna try, okay? Try being the operative word to keep this short. We're gonna be talking about none other than the Frankie family. I mean, seriously, it's just been a year. It's been a year for Miss Colleen Boo Boo Ballinger. It's been a year for the Frankies. It's been a year for pretty much just everybody. But here's where we're at. So last video I talked about them. We were talking about how Ruby and her partner Jody were divorced. Honestly, we love that for them. That's exactly what they deserve because Ruby's kids were found duct taped. They were found not in a good condition, okay? And we didn't think they would be. Everybody was basically like, where is her husband? Because his lawyer was like, he's an upstanding guy and he would never do anything to children. And it was all Ruby and Jody and it was not my fault. I haven't even seen my kids for a year.
So he was living separate from her. Was he calling the kids? Because I think what a lot of people are looking at this and they're wondering, well, what did he know? So he might have been living separately from her for 13 months, but he wasn't calling the kids, checking in on the kids, seeing how they're doing. He's the father.
I totally understand that. That was the big question on my mind and the big question on a lot of people. If you've read everything that's in the media, he's getting raked over the coals for that. But what people don't understand is that he was trying to preserve his marriage. He was taking direction from her. She's the one who asked him to leave the house and indicating that in order for him to be able to get back together with her and be a family, that she was requesting that he leave the home and that he not contact them or the children. Later told him that everything was blissful at home. It was so much better without him.
And we all were like, sir, you haven't seen your kids for a year. That's kind of a problem. And he blamed it on Jody. He was like, well, she told me that I shouldn't be near my family. So I just let this therapist that isn't even a therapist because she lost her license tell me what to do. And I moved out and I was like, bye family. This stranger basically told me that I'm bad for you. So I guess I am. Peace. We're also sick here if you can't tell. So during that time, a couple months ago, it wasn't even that long ago, Kevin was like, oh, Ruby didn't do anything wrong. She just has a different style of parenting.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Okay, I mean, I guess you could say that. She sure does. I wouldn't call it parenting. I would call it torture. But tomato. So now it's come out that Mr. Frankie has filed for divorce. He filed on November 29th. Most of the information is private. There's actually information coaching the other on what to do and what not to do throughout the divorce. Like, for instance, they're not allowed to try and coerce their children to stay with the other one because he's fighting for custody. And let's be real, neither one of them should have custody. I'm going to insert a TikTok that explains it a little bit better here.
Breaking news in the Ruby Frankie case, Kevin Frankie filed for divorce today and a domestic relations injunction. The petition for divorce is private. However, KUTV did post an update on the domestic relations injunction. So an injunction basically imposes restrictions so that both parties move forward in a fair and peaceful way. Injunction included sections regarding harassment, domestic violence, and misuse of personal info. These are some of the restrictions that are now included, and it is directed at both parties. The first one is that they're going to be barred from engaging in any actions that would disturb the peace or safety of the other, and this includes specific bans on electronic harassment and any form of Neither Ruby nor Frankie are allowed to transfer, conceal, or dispose of any assets without mutual consent or court order. Basically, this is in place to prevent anything happening before the divorce is finalized. They don't want anyone selling, hiding, or giving away any of the assets. The court has also placed a lot of emphasis on the minor children involved. So as you know, they have 4 minor children and 2 adult children. So they have stated in this that they restrict both parties from making derogatory remarks about each other in front of the kids and from influencing the kids' views regarding custody or parent time with each other. Still no word on the custody of the children or where they are right now. And Ruby Frankie and Jodi Hildebrand are currently still sitting in jail waiting for their next court date. This injunction is going to be in place, however, until the divorce is finalized, until it's dismissed, or until there's a new court order.
I don't think we're all surprised. I mean, how could you stay with someone like her? However, where is the change of heart coming from? Because you sure were sticking by her not even 6 months ago, saying that it was all Jodi and she was brainwashing her, and to an extent, I'm sure that's true. However, she's a grown woman, and there's no amount of brainwashing that could get me to mistreat my children and my family. Clearly some mental health issues there. But on top of that, he actually went to local Utah senators and is trying to get some new laws around who can and cannot be a life coach and basically have some regulation around it. Because these women were really just out here like, oh yeah, I'm a life coach. What you gotta do is just your kid, and if they don't like it, then you do it some more. And we all were like, no. They were just taking on new clients like crazy, even though this woman, Jodi, lost her license. Hello? There's a Utah senator that is like, oh shit. He didn't even know about the case until this, but Kevin went to him and he was like, I guess I will do that. So a bill is currently being drafted to have regulations around life coaching because of the Frankie family. How crazy is that? How crazy that YouTube vlogging has gotten to a point where they're now making laws about it, and good. Family vloggers are cursed. I've been trying to tell y'all, like, only family vlogger that gets a pass is the Outdoor Boys, because I cannot stop watching his videos. They are so soothing. He is everyone's dad now. Okay? That's the only one. And if something comes out about him, I will be devastated. Who else am I gonna watch fry a fish up in the middle of the winter? And I don't even like that stuff. Okay? I don't like hunting. I'm not the camo with the neon girly. I don't like hunting. It makes me sad, makes me want to cry. If I watch a nature documentary, I will cry. I don't care if it's the way of the world. I don't want to see a polar bear attack a seal. I don't. I want everyone to coexist happily, and everyone is just vegetarian. Even though I'm not vegetarian, in my ideal world, we would be. But he's just peak content. It makes me feel like I'm camping with my dad. Anyways, moving on. I said this is going to be short. I'm already going on a tangent. But that's kind of the long and short of it. One other interesting thing was he was walking into the courtroom with his daughter, who he not too long ago tried to get locked up, claiming that she robbed him. So I don't know what's happening. I think it's part of the custody battle. They shouldn't be with either one of them, but this is certainly an interesting turn. I can't wait for the Netflix documentary. Netflix, if you need a narrator, you let me know. In a world, in a world where family vlogging turns to shit. You know, so whatever you need me to do, I'll be the PA, I'll grab coffees, I'll be there. I think that's pretty much it. There's really not much to it. It was just that he filed for divorce. A lot of it is private. Their website is still up for some reason. I hope they're not still taking clients, because obviously Ruby and Jodi are in jail, but there's a third lady that is not, and her camera footage from the police is crazy. I don't know how she wasn't considered an accomplice, but I just hope and pray that the kids are okay. Some people are cheering for Kevin. Sure, if the laws get passed, that's great, but like, I think he's sus as hell. How are you gonna just leave your family for an entire year? To his credit, there were other men that said that that was Jodi's way. She would separate the families, make the men think they were the problem, and I still think there's some happening. Okay, listen, it's Saturday. It is not Sunday. It is not the Lord's Day yet. I'm allowed to say that. There's something weird going on. I just hope that they stay locked up, and Jodi has already lost her license permanently. She can't practice inside jail, outside jail, whatever. But I could still see people that feel like they have no hope learning from her, because there are still people that think she did nothing wrong. And I'm like, hello, what's rolling around up there? Cause no, it's me just popping back in to say that I don't want to be callous to this. You know, I talked with my boyfriend about it and I could see there is cat hair in my eye, so maybe I can't see. I could see how if you're on the brink of divorce with your family and your therapist tells you that this is what you need to do to fix things and you think you're about to lose everything, I could kind of see why these men would follow what Jody says. I think it's despicable of her to prey on vulnerable people like that. And I don't know what the women are thinking. I mean, honestly, I'm going to say this and it may not please some people, but I do feel like Mormonism in particular makes you very malleable and a little bit easier to take in information that maybe you shouldn't, because your whole life is planned out for you and you're taught to listen to certain people. And I just wanted to say, I'm not trying to come down so hard on Kevin if he really is trying to change. I just don't buy it yet. And as far as these men, if that's what they thought they had to do to save their family, I can empathize with that. But there is just nothing on this earth that would make me not talk to my children for over a year. There's just not anything. So I'm trying to be mindful of the careful and delicate situations that are brought into these therapy sessions with these families that feel like they're already falling apart. Yeah, I just want to say that I'm not trying to be insensitive. I just feel very strongly about this topic because there's children involved that had to be collateral damage. And Jody, you suck. That's all I have to say. Jody, girl, bring bring on your prison phone, you suck. Click. That's all. But yeah, I will obviously keep you updated as things progress. Just wanted to get this video up to let y'all know I'm good. I'm just sick and stressed and still blessed. Okay. What else? Yeah, Matt Rife. Boo.
I've only been to Baltimore one time. I ate lunch there, and the hostess who like seats you at the restaurant had a black eye. A full black eye. And it wasn't like, what happened? It was pretty obvious what happened. And we couldn't get over the fact that we're like, this is the face of the company? Like, this is who you have greeting people? A boy who I was with was like, yeah, I feel bad for her, man. I feel like they should put her in the kitchen or something where nobody has to see her face, you know? And I was like, yeah, but I feel like if she could cook, she wouldn't have that black eye.
Boo.
I'm good looking. I don't like it any more than you guys do, okay? This is not good for comedy, okay? You think I need to be funny now? No, it's a fucking waste of my time, to be honest. Gotten me nowhere. I started working out way after I was doing stand-up. I've been doing stand-up for about 12 years now. Yeah, a little over 12 years now. I will say I don't think it helps you by any means. I mean, people don't want to laugh at like physically attractive people. Like you don't want to walk on stage and have people looking at your arms rather than listening to your jokes. I think it just makes me work that much harder on the material and the jokes that I'm trying to tell to get people to focus on the real show at hand.
Can I just say, I thought he looked like a claymation from the start, and some of his jokes did make me laugh. Okay, I'm not about to be fake, but now I'm like, was I okay? Was I okay? I'm over here talking about if other people were okay. Was I okay? Because this man is trash. That's it. Don't forget to like, comment. Sorry, I just spit on y'all. I am so sorry. That is so terrible of me. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, listen to my music, and I will see you in the next video. And it will not take as long as this video. Swear. Okay, love you. Bye.
I'ma leave you on red, babe. Yeah, I know you want me. You better get in line. I'm everybody's dream girl. See me when you lay your head down.